Today we are going to start the fourth unit, that is sequential circuits. Okay. In switching theory logic design, till now we have completed 3 units. In the next unit, that is sequential circuits. And previously we have discussed what is sequential circuit and what is combination circuit. We have defined what is combination and what is sequential. Now again we will recall our fourth unit. Sequence. Here we are going to discuss the classification of sequential circuits: synchronous, sequential, asynchronous, sequential, and what is pulse mode, what is level mode, with examples. And similarly, we are going to verify one basic flip-flop triggering and its excitation tables and conversions of flip-flops. This is the first part. First part of sequential circuits. We are going to verify all these parts. Before going to the concept, we are going to discuss the basic block diagram and what are the important requirements of the sequential circuit. Okay. First, we are defining the sequential circuit. Sequential logic circuit is one which the output depends on the current input and the past output states. Okay. Generally, we will have the two types of states: the present state and next state. Present state is indicated as PS. Next state is indicated as NS. Here, the sequential circuit is a circuit which will have in which whose output the output, this output will the output depends on the current input. This is the inputs as well as the past output. The previous one the output it is going to depend on the previous output. That is, where this previous output is generally called as applied as the memory element, and we call this as a next state. And then whatever the input that is applied with respect to our inputs, this is called as present input or current state. And that is, we are having the next state or present state. And that is, we are going to find the two terminologies here. One is present state PS, and the second one is next state NS. Next state NS. Okay, we are going to use the two terminologies in the sequential circuit. And we are defining the sequential circuit when compared with respect to combination. It is a circuit. If you observe the combination circuit will have only the input and outputs. It doesn't have any feedback element. There is no feedback, like next state is given as the feedback to the combinational logic. And similarly, there will be no storage element such as flip-flops or latches. Okay, there is no storage element such as flip-flops or latches in combinational circuit. Okay, here if you observe, here we are having the one block that is called storage element. In this storage element, we are having a certain signal called as clock. We are having a certain signal called clock. That is, we are going to apply the clock here, and this is the storage element. This is generally called as flip-flop or latch. Okay. Now we are going to verify our sequential circuit. This sequential circuit is a circuit which will have our present output, which depends upon the current inputs and past outputs. Okay, current input present గా డైరెక్ట్ గా అప్లై చేసే ఇన్పుట్ మీద అలానే ప్రీవియస్ గా వచ్చిన అవుట్పుట్ ను కూడా మనం ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఇస్తున్నాం. Those outputs are called as states, that is present states and next states. Okay, this is the definition for sequential circuit. It will be very clear while we are moving to the next topics. Is how the sequential circuits will be we are going to see sequential circuits ఎలా ఉంటుందో మనం వెరిఫై చేస్తాం. First, we will discuss the comparisons between the combinational versus sequential. In that figure, the same figure, combinational logic circuit, it is having the inputs and outputs. It is having the inputs and outputs. We have discussed the different combinational circuits, that is decoders, encoders, multiplexers, demultiplexers, priority encoders, comparators, full adder, half adder, full subtractor, parallel adders. Like this, we have discussed different circuits in previous third unit. Third unit lo chaala circuits verify chesam. Those circuits are called as the combinational circuits. Now we are going to see the sequential circuits. The sequential circuits, to verify the comparison, the combinational logic is a circuit one which the output depends solely on the current inputs or present inputs in cheptanu. Whereas the sequential logic is a circuit in which the output depends on the current inputs and previous system states. Previous system states in the define చేసింటే నా present output దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అవుతున్నాను, present inputs మీద, previous output మీద, previous inputs మీద కూడా మనం తీసుకోవాలి. Okay, and it also depends upon the clock. Now second difference, if you verify, It doesn't require any memory element. Then key combinational circuit. Similarly, in a sequential circuit, it requires a memory element. The memory element is called a storage element. Memory element is called a storage element. It is designed using flip-flops. No? And third one, it doesn't have any state information. The state information is indicating what is happened in the previous time, what is going to be happen in the future. And present states past ga జరిగిన information ఏది కూడా ఉండదు, ఎందుకంటే storage element ఉండదు కాబట్టి. Whereas it has a state information. The state information means it will have the storage information. What are the previous outputs and what are the previous inputs we have applied to the circuit. Okay. Next, it doesn't require a feedback from the output to the input. As a block diagram itself, which is showing the combination, there is no feedback element. Whereas for the sequential, it is having a feedback that is connected from the output to the input. Feedback is connected to the output to the input through the storage element or a flip-flop. And the last one, it doesn't have any flip-flops. It requires a flip-flop to implement a memory. Okay. Memory requirement ఎందుకంటే మనకి ప్రతి సిస్టమ్ కూడా స్టోరేజ్ అనేది కన్ఫర్మ్ గా ఉండాలి. మనం ఏదైనా సిస్టమ్ డిజైన్ చేస్తున్నాం అంటే ఆ సిస్టమ్ డిజైన్ అన్నప్పుడు the system will have the previous data and present data. Then only the system will be in the realistic real-time applications కి meet అవుతుంది. అంతేగా మనం పవర్ ఆఫ్ చేసి పవర్ ఆన్ చేసి ట్యూబ్లైట్స్ లాగా కానీ ఫ్యాన్స్ మోటార్స్ ఇలాంటివైనా మనకి వాటి మీద ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ తెలియదు. అది ఎంతకాలం వర్క్ చేసింది, హౌ మెనీ అవర్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వర్క్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద పవర్ రేటింగ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద డివైస్, ఇలాంటివి మనకి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఏది కూడా కాంబినేషన్ సర్క్యూట్స్ లో మనకు కనిపించింది. వేరే సీక్వెన్షియల్ వీ కెన్ design the circuits and we can preserve the data. Okay, what happened in the previous states and what are the corrections to be done for the future. Okay, this is the difference between the combinational versus sequential. Now we are going to see what is a memory element. As we have discussed the sequential circuit, the main feedback element is the memory. Okay, the device is capable of storing binary information within them. The storage element design chestunnaru, we are going to design this storage memory element as a storage element which will store the information in terms of binary. The binary information is stored in memory element at any given time defines the state of the sequential circuit. Okay, next, the sequential circuits receives the binary information from the external inputs. As we have seen the block diagram, sequential circuit lo మన memory element ki input anedi ఒక సర్క్యూట్ నుంచి వస్తుంది. those circuits are called as sequential circuits అని చెప్పాను. The inputs are coming from the external sources. Okay, these memory elements are controlled with respect to the clock. Okay, and similarly these memory elements are controlled with respect to the clock. Next, these inputs, if you observe these inputs together with the present state of the memory element determine the binary value of the output terminal. That is indicating what are the values we are going to apply to the storage element that will be reflected in the output based upon the clock. Clock meeda we define it. That is, or we simply say that based upon the output terminal. Output terminal meeda manaki difference anedi kanipistundi. Similarly, this is the memory element, and now we are going to see what is sequential. Now, sequential circuits again has been classified into two types. One is synchronous sequential circuit, second one is asynchronous sequential circuit. If you see the classification of sequential circuits, the first one we are calling this as asynchronous, second one is called as synchronous. And now flip-flops and sequential circuits are one types based upon the clock with the verification. That is, if you observe the asynchronous circuit, it is having the input, and synchronous also it is having the input. And similarly, in asynchronous circuit, we are having the combinational logic, that whatever the design you are going to design, that design is defined in the combinational circuit. Now, for that design, we are going to add the memory element. That is, in both the circuits, we are having the output will be verified with respect to the previous state itself. The previous state, present state, same jarugutunnayo check cheskoni outputs ane generate avutayi. That is why we are calling this as the asynchronous circuits and sequential synchronous circuits. Both the circuits will have the memory element and the outputs are defined with respect to the memory. But the difference in the synchronous and asynchronous is the memory element is a clock or not clock. అంటే మనకి every instant of time. That is, if simply I will say in synchronous, at every instant of time, the output data will be synchronized with respect to this clock. అంటే ఇన్పుట్ లో ఏ చేంజ్ వచ్చినా సరే అవుట్పుట్ లో రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వాలంటే కన్ఫామ్ గా క్లాక్ సిగ్నల్ అప్లై చేయాలి. Whereas in asynchronous circuits, the output will change with respect to the changes in the input. It is not synchronized with the clock. జాగ్రత్తగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి డెఫినేషన్ ఇక్కడ. Here synchronous ki asynchronous only one difference. Here the output will change with respect to the clock, whatever the inputs were applied. And input lo edaina changes apply chesinappudu output lo reflect ayetattu. If it is synchronized with clock, we are calling this as synchronous. If it is not synchronized with clock, we are calling this as asynchronous. Okay, that is the difference. Synchronized with clock and asynchronized with clock. See, what is a synchronous asynchronous? If all the outputs of sequential circuit change the effect with respect to the active transition of clock signal. What is clock signal? And we'll verify and study each other. With the active transition of clock signal, then that sequential circuit is called as synchronous sequential circuits, or simply clocked sequential circuits. That means all the outputs of synchronous sequential circuits change the effect at the same time. It will change the effect at the same time. Therefore, the outputs of synchronous sequential circuits are asynchronous with either positive edge or negative edge of the clock signal. Clock signal with different types, whether it is edge trigger or level trigger, and similarly whether it is positive edge or negative edge. We will see what is clock signal in the next slide. Similarly, in asynchronous sequential circuit, if some or all the outputs of the sequential circuit do not change the effect with respect to the active transition of clock signal. And దానికి కూడా clock ఉంటుంది, but in asynchronous circuit the output will change with respect to the changes in the input, but not with the active changes in the clock signal. Then that sequential circuits are called as asynchronous sequential circuits. Okay, the most of the asynchronous sequential circuits are not synchronous, whereas synchronous sequential circuits may be called as asynchronous. Okay, this means all the outputs of asynchronous sequential circuit do not change the effect of at the same time. There are most of the outputs of asynchronous sequential circuits are not synchronous with either positive edge or negative edge of the clock. And clock మీద ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వకుండా అవుట్పుట్స్ అనేవి చేంజ్ అవుతున్నాయి. డైరెక్ట్లీ ఇన్పుట్ అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు ఇన్పుట్ ద్వారానే అవుట్పుట్ లో చేంజెస్ వస్తుంది. Those circuits are called as asynchronous sequential circuits. Okay, now these topics are very 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 important. జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి, మీకు ఎక్కడైనా సరే ఏ చిన్న డౌట్. Okay, till now we have verified what is sequential circuit and what is the difference between sequential circuit and combinational circuit. And in sequential circuit, we have identified two types based upon the clock: synchronous sequential circuits and asynchronous sequential circuits. Okay, this is the generalized block diagram for asynchronous sequential circuit and synchronous sequential circuit. In this block diagram itself indicating that the outputs are changing with respect to the clock for synchronous, the outputs are changing with respect to the input changes in asynchronous. Okay, the both are same. Here the memory element and flip-flop and out and in. There is no difference. The memory elements are designed with respect to the flip-flops, and the flip-flops are designed with respect to the same circuits. Okay, now we will verify what is the difference between synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous circuits are easy to design, difficult to design. Generally, points after completion of this topic, we will get differences, but we will discuss these differences and we will identify whether we are meeting these differences in our topic. Okay. Second one, a clocked flip-flop act as a memory element, whereas in asynchronous, an unclocked flip-flop or a time delay element is used as a memory element. Okay, these are slower since we are having the clock. These are faster since we don't have any clock signal. The status of memory elements is affected only at the active edges of the clock if the input is changed. The status of memory elements will change as soon as the input is changed. Okay, now input lo the output lo reflect avvadaniki synchronous lo clock confirm the okay cheyali. Asynchronous lo there is not required for the clock signal. That is the difference. Okay. Again, just concluding what we have discussed, synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous, the timing of all the transitions is controlled by a common clock, whereas in asynchronous, it is not dependent on the clock. Changes in all variables occur simultaneously with respect to the clock. The changes is more than one of the output do not change necessarily occur simultaneously. Okay. Now, till now we have discussing continuously clock. Now we will see what is clock. Okay, clock signal, or it is also called as generally the triggering for the circuit. And a triggering signal or simply this is called as clock signal. This is indicated as CLK, short form లో CLK అని చెప్పి indicate చేస్తారు. Okay, C capital letter, LK small letters లో కూడా రాసుకోవచ్చు, ఎలా ఉన్నా ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. Okay, clock signal is a periodic signal. Its on time and off times need to be same. We can represent the clock signal as a square wave. Okay, when the off time and on time, I think you have completed the signal systems regarding this clock. You have verified sinusoidal, square wave, triangular, trapezoidal. You have observed the different types of waveforms in signal systems. In that, we are taking the square wave signal. If you observe the square wave signal, the on duration and off duration. If the on duration, this is the on duration, and this will be the off duration. Okay, on duration and off duration. During on duration and the off duration are equal, those clock signals are called as square wave. Those clock signals are called as square wave. When both its on time and off time are same, are called as square wave. Okay, are called as square wave. If it is not equal, we call this as rectangular signal. If on time and off times are different, if you observe here, this is the on time and this is the off time. These are different. These type of signals are also called as rectangle pulse or pulse signal అని చెప్తారు. వీటిని pulses అని పిలుస్తారు. నాకు రెండు ఈక్వల్ గా ఉందంటే we will call this as it is having 50% duty cycle. It is called as 50% duty cycle. Duty, duty cycle. This term will be you will be encoded. ఈ డ్యూటీ సైకిల్ అనే పదం మీరు ఈడీసీలో మీకు రెక్టిఫైర్స్ దగ్గర వస్తుంది. రెక్టిఫైర్స్ కానీ నెట్వర్క్ థియరీలో కానీ రెక్టిఫైర్స్ దగ్గర సేమ్ టాపిక్స్ వస్తుంటాయి. అంటే సేమ్ టర్మినాలజీ. డ్యూటీ సైకిల్ అంటారు, స్క్వేర్ వేవ్ పల్స్ అంటారు. ఆన్ టైమ్ అండ్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్స్ ఆర్ సేమ్. ఓకే, నౌ we are defining the time period. The on period and off period both are called as a time period. It is indicated as T. మీరు Fourier transforms లో కూడా వెరిఫై చేస్తుంటే టైం పీరియడ్ క్యాపిటల్ T. Okay, for a square wave, the on time and off time, this is called as a time period. And మాకు ఎందుకంటే this type of interval is repeating at regular interval, and the regular interval is called as time period T. Okay, here also we are calling this as a time period. On time plus off time is called as a time period, and this types of signal we are calling this as clock signal. This type of signals we are calling this as clock signal. Okay, next, now we are going to verify what are the triggering. In sequential circuits are depend on the clock pulses applied to their inputs. ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్పాను, మన సీక్వెన్షియల్ సర్క్యూట్ లో మెమరీకి మనం క్లాక్ అప్లై చేస్తామని చెప్పాను. ఓకే, this type of clock signals we are calling it as triggering. The triggering is called as a sequential circuit which are depend on the clock pulses is applied to their inputs. Next, the result of the flip-flop responding to a clock input is called as clock pulse triggering. Okay, if the flip-flop is responding to a particular clock input, we are calling it as clock pulse triggering, of which there are 4 types of clock pulse triggering, or there are 4 types of triggering. Okay, each type responds to the clock pulse in 4 different ways. Okay, each type is responding to the 4 different ways. The first two one is called as are called as level triggering. Okay, first one high level triggering, second one is low level triggering. Simply we will call this as level triggering, and the remaining 2 are called as edge triggering. The remaining 2 are called as edge triggering. The first 2, 1 and 2 are called as level triggering. The 3 and 4 are called as edge triggering. See, what is level triggering, what is edge triggering? అంటే triggering అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే, in a circuit or in a flip-flop, the flip-flop output will respond upon the application of clock signal. అంటే క్లాక్ సిగ్నల్ అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే రెస్పాన్స్ వస్తుంది. If the circuit is responding with respect to the clock, we are calling it as clock pulse triggering. And these are called as triggering. Okay, We'll see what are the 4 types. First one, the level triggering. In level triggering, we are discussing about high level triggering. If you observe the clock pulse, the clock pulse in this clock pulse, the dark line is called as level, and it is leveled for high level. And this is the 0th level, this is the 0 level, and this is the 1 level. 0 level, 1 level. Now 0 level ki 1 level ki 1 is called as high level, 0 is called as low level. Here the high level is indicating during this high pulse, అంటే నాకు ఆన్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు the signal is on అని చెప్తున్నాను. During this pulse, the flip-flop will be working condition. The flip-flop will get a transition from input to the output. Okay, the device responds to the high logic state of the clock signal. This typo is identified by a straight lead at the clock input. Thick line చూపించాలి. If you show a thick line at the top of the logic one, then this triggering is called as high level triggering. And you can also observe one more point in the flip-flop. In the clock signal is directly applied. There is, see, you can make directly apply చేశారు clock without having any inverter కానీ బబుల్ లేకుండా డైరెక్ట్ గా అప్లై చేశారు కాబట్టి this is called as high level triggering. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, మీరు ఇక్కడ if you apply the inputs to the flip-flop inputs apply చేసినప్పుడు it will check the status of clock status చూస్తుంది. The clock is having high level, అంటే ఇది నాకు ఇక్కడ బబుల్ ఏది లేదు కాబట్టి ఈ హై లెవెల్ లో మనకు ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రం డ్యూరింగ్ దిస్ డ్యూరేషన్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ the changes in the input will reflect at the output. నాకు ఇన్పుట్ లో ఉన్న చేంజెస్ అవుట్పుట్ లో రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వాలంటే ఇట్ విల్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద డ్యూరేషన్. ఏ డ్యూరేషన్ అన్న, డ్యూరింగ్ ద హై లెవెల్ డ్యూరేషన్, డ్యూరింగ్ దిస్ డ్యూరేషన్, డ్యూరింగ్ ఓన్లీ the dark line duration. ఈ dark line duration లో మాత్రమే ఇన్పుట్ నుంచి అవుట్పుట్ కి చేంజెస్ కనిపిస్తాయి. It is called as high level triggering. Similarly, next opposite one, low level triggering. This is logic 1 and this is the logic 0. The device responds to the logic low state of the clock signal. It is represented at the clock input lead with a low state indicator as bubble. Bubble లాగా ఇండికేట్ చేస్తాను చూడండి. నాకు యాక్టివ్ లో సిగ్నల్ కనిపిస్తుంది కాబట్టి టు ఇండికేట్ దిస్ ఇన్ ద క్లాక్ ఏ బబుల్ ఈజ్ యాడెడ్ అక్రాస్ ద క్లాక్. ఇక్కడ ఒక బబుల్ చూపిస్తున్నాను. దిస్ ఇస్ ద బబుల్ దట్ ఈస్ ఇండికేటెడ్ ఫర్ ద క్లాక్. అంటే మీకు బబుల్ ఉందంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ లో లెవెల్, బబుల్ లేకపోతే హై లెవెల్. సింపుల్ గా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవచ్చు. అంటే ఫ్లిప్ ఫ్లాప్ లో బబుల్ ఉందంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రిగ్గర్డ్ ఫర్ లో లెవెల్. There is no bubble. If there is no bubble, it is triggered for high level. Okay, this is the main difference for the triggering. Circuit చూడన్నది ఏ ట్రిగ్గరింగ్ లో ఉంది అని చెప్పాలన్నప్పుడు by observing the clock signal, if the clock is having the low bubble, we are calling this as low level triggering. If the clock is not having any bubble, it is called as high level triggering. Okay, these two are called as level triggering. Either high level triggering, low level triggerings are called as level triggering. Next, we are going to see edge triggering. The first one is positive edge triggering. Positive edge means a sequential device that responds to a clock signal. Sequential device that responds to the clock signal during low to high transition. See, identifier. ఎప్పటి నుంచి ఎప్పటి వరకు నాకు ఇన్పుట్ లో క్లాక్ అనేది, this is the clock signal which is 0 state and this is logic 1 state. నాకు whatever the inputs were applied at the input side, input లో ఏ చేంజెస్ కనిపించినా సరే, టు రిఫ్లెక్ట్ ద ఇన్పుట్ చేంజ్ అక్రాస్ ద అవుట్పుట్, అంటే ఇన్పుట్ లో ఉన్న చేంజ్ మనకు అవుట్పుట్ లో కనిపించాలంటే కన్ఫర్మ్ ఏం జరగాలి, క్లాక్ అనేది 0 నుంచి 1 కి చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి. 0 నుంచి 1 కి చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి. దట్ ఈస్ వీఆర్ ఇండికేటింగ్ విత్ అన్ యారో మార్క్. దట్ ఈస్ whenever the clock is changing from 0 to 1 level, whenever the clock is changing from 0 to 1 level, then only the whatever the changes in the input, those changes will be reflected across the output. Those changes will be reflected across the output. See here, one more point here. If నాకు ఇక్కడ సపోజ్ మీకు సింపుల్ గా ఒక పాయింట్ చెప్తాను, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. During this interval after the input is 0, during this interval after the input is 0, నాకు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేశాను, after few seconds I have changed my input to 0 to 1. ఇన్పుట్ ని 0 నుంచి 1 చేంజ్ చేశాను. నాకు 0 నుంచి 1 కి చేంజ్ చేశాను కాబట్టి this change will reflected in the output whenever a clock pulse is applied. The clock pulse is positive edge అని చెప్పాను. అంటే 0 నుంచి లాజిక్ 1 కి చేంజ్ అయింది. During this interval itself, the output will change the state from the previous state మీకు 0 ఉంది మళ్ళీ బఫర్ అనుకోండి మళ్ళీ the output is also changing from 0 to 1. నాకు ఈ చేంజ్ ఎప్పుడు రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది? whenever a clock pulse is applied, the clock is a positive edge, that is the changing from 0 to 1 state. అంటే నాకు ఈ స్టేట్ లో చేంజ్ అయింది, that is నాకు 0 నుంచి 1 కి స్టేట్ చేంజ్ అయింది క్లాక్ అనేది. డ్యూరింగ్ దిస్ ఇంటర్వెల్ only the input will be changed. In between, if you are changing any data, ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఏమైంది 0 to 1 వచ్చిందని అగైన్ నేను మళ్ళీ ఇన్పుట్ ని మళ్ళీ ఇంకోసారి చేంజ్ చేస్తాను. 1 నుంచి అగైన్ ఐ వాంట్ టు చేంజ్ టు 0. This will not reflect in the output. The output will remains in the one state until the next clock pulse. మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాక్ పల్స్ వచ్చేంత వరకు కూడా, అంటే డ్యూరింగ్ దిస్ ఇంటర్వెల్, అంటే ఈ ఇంటర్వెల్ మొత్తం కూడా డ్యూరింగ్ అప్ టు దిస్ ఇంటర్వెల్ the output will not change. The output will not change the state. If output అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది during this interval, the output will not change from the input to the output. అంటే నాకు until this interval, the whatever the input changes will occur, those changes will not reflect in the output. And నాకు input లో 1 నుంచి 0 చేంజ్ అయినా the output will remain the same state, and the output will change only when the signal is again changing from the input to the output. అంటే 0 to 1 చేంజ్ అయినప్పుడు మాత్రమే మీకు అవుట్పుట్ లో చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. Those circuits are called as positive edge triggering. These circuits are called as positive edge triggering. దీన్ని ఇంకోలా ఎలా చూపిస్తారంటే 0 నుంచి 1 కి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు there is a dark line. This dark line is indicated as positive edge. Or else an arrow mark చూపించినా సరే positive edge. నాకు పాజిటివ్ ఎడ్జ్ కావచ్చు, there is no bubble for the clock pulse. There is no bubble for the clock pulse. And you can observe one more point. Previous దానికి చూడండి, ఫస్ట్ దాకా హై లెవెల్ ట్రిగ్గరింగ్ కి నేను క్లాక్ దగ్గర ఇక్కడ ట్రయాంగిల్ సింబల్ పెట్టలేదు. That is, this is indicating a level triggering. This is indicating a low level triggering with a level triggering. అంటే level triggering ఇక్కడ మీకు triangle shape కనిపిస్తుంది. Whereas for a positive edge triggering, there is no bubble, but a small triangle is indicated. That is indicating arrow mark లా కనిపిస్తుంది. This is called as level triggering. Level triggering లో మనకి ఇలా కనిపిస్తుంది. Similarly, this is a negative edge triggering. Negative edge triggering అంటే whenever the signal is changing from logic high state to logic low state, high state to low state transition, we are calling this as negative edge triggering. Or else if you are having a dark line across the falling edge, high నుంచి 0 పడ్డాన్ని falling edge అంటారు. లాజిక్ 1 నుంచి లాజిక్ 0 సిగ్నల్ డ్రాప్ అవుతుంటే క్లాక్ లో, this is logic 1 state, and when the signal is dropping from logic 1 to logic 0 state, we are calling this as high to low state, or high to low state transition, we are calling this as negative edge triggering. For negative edge, a bubble will be added and a triangle will be there. Okay, these are the main differences for the triggering stuff. ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి మనం 4 types of triggering చూసాను. అగైన్ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి మీకు రికార్డ్ చేస్తాను, కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతుంది. This is the general representation of clock. On state and off states are called as a time period or a clock pulse. Okay, generally these clock pulses can be a square with a 50% duty cycle. If the clock on state or off states are unequal, these are called as rectangular pulses. And we are verified the 4 types of triggering to trigger the flip-flop: high level triggering and edge triggering. The level triggering, we are having the high level triggering, which is indicated across the top as a dark line. Low level triggering, which is indicated in the 0 state with a bubble in the circuit. Positive edge triggering, which is having a transition from the logic 0 state to logic high state. This is called as positive. And negative edge triggering, logic 1 state to logic 0 state. This is called as negative edge triggering. Okay. Any doubts on ikkada? Any doubts? Next time we are discussing about the memory devices. అంటే ఫ్లిప్ ఫ్లాప్ కానీ ఎలా డిజైన్ చేస్తామని వెరిఫై చేస్తాం. ఫ్లిప్ ఫ్లాప్ కానీ latches కానీ ఎలా డిజైన్ చేస్తాం చూస్తాం. The flip flop or latches are called as memory devices. See here, latches. A latch is a memory element whose excitation signal controls the state of the device. A latch is a memory element whose excitation is the transitions. అంటే ఇన్పుట్ లో అప్లై చేసే ట్రాన్సిషన్ సిగ్నల్స్ అంటారు. ఎక్సైటేషన్ సిగ్నల్స్ ఆర్ we are forcing the signals. Excitation signal control the state of the device. అంటే ఆ డివైస్ యొక్క స్టేట్ ని కంట్రోల్ చేసేదని లాచెస్ అంటారు. Similarly, flip-flop is a memory device. Flip-flop is a memory device that has a clock signal and controls the state of the device. That has the clock signal and controls the state of the device. Okay. అంటే నాకు latch లో clock కనిపించదు, flip-flop లో latches flip-flop లో clock కనిపిస్తుంది meaning. Okay. See, a latch or a flip-flop has two states. One is called as set and the second one is called as reset. One is called as set and the second one is called as reset. See, the two definitions can be seen. One is called as set state. One is called as set state and the second one is called as reset state. A set stage sets the output to 1 and set and it will be equal to 1. Reset and this will be reset to 0. We are having the two conditions in a flip-flop or a latch, that is called as set and reset. Set will set to the logic 1 and reset will set to the output to the logic 0. Next one, latch and flip-flops are called as the two states can be seen. In a flip-flop, we are having a logic 1 state and logic 0 state. And two states by and simply, the latch and flip-flops are called as bistable devices. Pulse and digital circuits lo kani, if you are dealing with the amplifiers మీకు తెలుస్తుంది. Bistable device అంటే ఏంటి అంటే ఇన్పుట్ లో అప్లై చేసిన అవుట్పుట్ లో టూ స్టేట్స్ కనిపిస్తుంది, లాజిక్ 0 స్టేట్ అండ్ లాజిక్ 1 స్టేట్. అంటే నాకు two states కనిపిస్తున్నాయి ఇక్కడ, లాజిక్ 1 స్టేట్ అండ్ లాజిక్ 0 స్టేట్. those states are called as bistable. అంటే here we are having the two stable states, 0 state and 1 state. Similarly, వీటిని ఏమని పిలుస్తున్నారు అంటే latches ని flip-flops are also called as bistable devices. Okay, or simply these are called as bistable multi-vibrators. Bistable multi-vibrator. Okay, remember this point, bistable multi-vibrator. We are going to discuss in the next semester. Bistable multi-vibrator flip-flop latches internal circuits ఎలా డిజైన్ చేస్తారో మీరు పల్స్ అండ్ డిజిటల్ సర్క్యూట్స్ లో వెరిఫై చేస్తాను. పల్స్ అండ్ డిజిటల్ సర్క్యూట్స్ లో మల్టీ-వైబ్రేటర్స్ అనే టాపిక్ ఉంటుంది, దాంట్లో bistable multi-vibrator అనే టాపిక్. There you will understand what is the internal structure with respect to the transistors. Transistors తో flip-flop ని కానీ ఒక latch ని కానీ ఎలా డిజైన్ చేస్తారో చూపిస్తారు. Okay, here that is not necessary, therefore we are not skipping those topics. అంటే ఇంటర్నల్ సర్క్యూట్ డిజైన్స్ అనేది ఇక్కడ మనకు అవసరం లేదు, జస్ట్ లాజికల్ గానే మనం మాట్లాడతాం. Okay, here in flip-flop we are going to see the two definitions, set and reset. Okay, set అంటే లాజిక్ 1 సెట్ అవుతుంది, 0 అంటే లాజిక్ 0 సెట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఒకసారి మీరు ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే చూడండి అక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు వరకు మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ ఓన్లీ డెఫినేషన్స్. Now we are going for the logic circuits, designing of logic circuit designs for the latches and flip-flops. ఇక్కడ ఏవైతే ఫిగర్స్ చూపిస్తున్నామో you have to remember those figures and you have to understand the functionality. See, the first one we are going to define what is latch. The latches are constructed using two cross-coupled universal gates, either NAND gate or NOR gate. NAND gates కానీ NOR gates కానీ డిజైన్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, two cross-coupled gates, either NAND gates or NOR gates. You can observe. ఇక్కడ ఎలా కనిపిస్తుందన్న, if you observe here, where the notations, the first notation we are having S bar, R bar. Okay, S అంటే suppose if you are applying S equals to 0, we are applying 0 complement కాబట్టి 1 అప్లై అవుతుంది మీరు. R bar ఉంది కాబట్టి R కి 0 అప్లై చేస్తే R కాంప్లిమెంట్ ఏమవుతుంది, 1 అవుతుంది. అంటే మీరు కాంప్లిమెంటెడ్ S అండ్ కాంప్లిమెంటెడ్ R అని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. ఓకే, S bar, R bar, latch design using NAND gate. Okay, the outputs we are indicating as a Q. The outputs are indicated as Q and its complement is Q bar. And the meaning ఏంటన్నా, the Q and Q bar will never be equal. కండిషన్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి మనం ఏంటి, Q is not equals to Q bar. ఎందుకంటే Q 0 అంటే Q bar 1 అవుతుంది, Q 1 ఉంటే Q bar 0. Okay, now we are going to verify the functionality of the latch using NAND gates and NOR gates. Okay, NAND gates, NOR gates తో వెరిఫై చేస్తాం. See, this operation is explained with a pulse పల్స్ సిగ్నల్ తీసుకున్నాం అంటే క్లాక్ పల్స్. లాజిక్ 1 నుంచి లాజిక్ 0 కి వస్తుంది, 0 to 1 వస్తుంది. సిమిలర్లీ ఆర్ కూడా లాజిక్ 1 నుంచి లాజిక్ 0 కి, 0 to 1. These conditions we are going to discuss in the latch. Okay, the first one we are going to design see is S or latch or S bar or bar latch using NAND gate. ఒక NAND వర్షన్ అని పిలుస్తున్నాను. జనరల్ గా ఇక్కడ మీకు ఎలా వస్తుందో జాగ్రత్తగా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయండి. ఇక్కడ నేను చెప్పే ఆపరేషన్ మీరు జాగ్రత్తగా అర్థం చేసుకుంటే ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. ఐ విల్ రిపీట్ 2 times అన్నాను. ఇక్కడ ఆపరేషన్ 2 times చెప్తాను, జాగ్రత్తగా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయండి. స్మాల్ డౌట్ ఉన్నా సార్ అడగండి నేను. The first condition we are defining. చూడండి, I have written the first. Initially we have identified the NAND gate functionality. NAND gate functionality ఇక్కడ మీకు ఐడెంటిఫై చేశాను. Observe the functional table for NAND gate. If X and Y are the inputs, what is the NAND gate name? 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. In NAND gate, if any one input is 0, the output is 1. కండిషన్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఎలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలని చెప్పాను NAND గేట్ లో. ఇఫ్ ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్పుట్ ఈజ్ 0, అవుట్పుట్ ఆఫ్ ద NAND గేట్ ఈజ్ 1. ఒక్క ఇన్పుట్ 0 కనిపించిన 1 అని. రెండు అసలు ఇన్పుట్ లో 0 లేకపోతే అవుట్పుట్ విల్ బి 0. సింపుల్. నౌ బై యూజింగ్ దిస్ డెఫినేషన్ we are going to verify the functionality for SR latch. ఈ SR latch functionality వెరిఫై చేస్తాం. In this SR latch functionality, the first condition we are going to see this condition. ఈ కండిషన్ చెక్ చేస్తాం. చూడండి, when S is 0, R equals to 1. Therefore, I have applied S0. S ని 0 అప్లై చేశాను, R equals to 1 అప్లై చేశాను. What will happen? S కి 0 అప్లై చేస్తే చూడండి, S కి 0 అంటే S బార్ కి 0 అప్లై చేశాను. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, S బార్ R బార్ రాస్తున్నాను. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి ఫంక్షన్ టేబుల్ 0 1. Therefore, the 0 is applied here. If the one input is 0, NAND gate definition is if any one input is 0, the output of NAND gate will be equals to 1. Therefore, the Q will be equals to Q ఎంత వచ్చిందని, the Q equals to 0 and Q bar will be equals to complement. Q bar ఏమైందని, this is complement of Q. NAND gate కి అప్లై చేస్తాం, జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. ఇక్కడ ఈ కండిషన్ మీరు చూడండి, నేను S కి 0 అప్లై చేశాను, S bar కి 0 అప్లై చేస్తే if one input of the NAND gate is 0, output Q equals to 1. And this 1 is applied to the R, the same one. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే నాకు Q అనేది ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ అయింది. This Q is connected to the here. The logic 1 is applied across this. నాకు ఈ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ Q వచ్చి మళ్ళీ R కి అప్లై అయింది. If both the inputs are 1, the Q bar equals to 0. Verify the condition. నుంచి S 0 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు అవుట్పుట్ అనేది ఏమైంది, 1 0 అయింది. సింప్లీ వీఆర్ కాలింగ్ దిస్ యాజ్ సెట్ స్టేట్. అంటే నాకు S ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0, సెట్ ని 0 చేశారు, రీసెట్ ని 1 చేశారు. Therefore, the output Q equals to 1, Q bar equals to 0. This is called as set condition. Okay. Similarly, we are going for the second condition. నేను సెట్ చేశాను, I want to hold the data. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేశాను, నాకు ప్రీవియస్ గా S0 or 1 ఉంది. Now I have applied S equals to 1. S కూడా 1 అప్లై చేశాను. ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, S equals to 1 అప్లై చేశాను. What will be the data? If you apply the S equals to 1, what is the second input of first NAND gate? That is 0. ఎందుకని నాకు ప్రీవియస్ గా Q ఇక్కడ చూడండి, Q బార్ అనేది 0 తీసుకున్నాం కాబట్టి this 0 is applied to here. If one input of the first NAND gate is 0, therefore the Q equals to 1 and the Q will be applied to the R. The second NAND gate will be equals to 0. Okay, this condition is called as hold condition. అంటే నేను ఇన్పుట్ లో 0 1 ఇస్తే అవుట్పుట్ లో 1 0 వచ్చింది. సిమిలర్లీ ఇన్పుట్ లో 1 1 అప్లై చేస్తే నాకు ప్రీవియస్ గా ఏ డేటా అయితే ఉందో అదే డేటా హోల్డ్ అయిపోయింది. ప్రీవియస్ గా ఏ డేటా అయితే ఉందో అదే డేటా హోల్డ్ అయిపోయింది. అంటే దట్ డేటా ఈజ్ స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్లిప్ ఫ్లాప్. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆ డేటా మనం ఎన్నిసార్లు చూస్తున్నా అదే డేటా కనిపిస్తుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ అప్లై అగైన్ 1 1, the same data will be available across the flip flop. There will be no change. అంటే ప్రీవియస్ గా ఏ డేటా అయితే ఉంటుందో అదే డేటా కనిపిస్తుంది. This is the first condition. పృథ్వీ అన్న డౌట్ అన్నాను. Similarly, when the third condition we are going to see, is when both the inputs are C. Third condition, when the S equals to 1 and R equals to 0. When S equals to 1 and R equals to 0, we are calling this as reset condition. Previous data on the 0 1 on the 1 0 set up. Previous data check chest. In the previous condition, if you observe, the flip flop is set to 1 and the output is the Q equals to 1 and Q bar equals to 0. After that, when you apply S equals to 1, S1 apply చేశాను, R ని 0 apply చేశాను. R కి 0 apply చేస్తే meaning ఏంటి? The NAND gate 2. Here, whatever the NAND gate is, the second NAND gate, the second NAND gate, if the one input is 0, the Q bar equals to 1, and this Q bar is applied as a feedback to the first NAND gate, yes. Therefore, the output will be equals to 0. Therefore, we can simply say when S equals to 1 and R equals to 0, the flip flop will resets and Q అనేది 0 కి set అయిపోయింది. Q అనేది 0 కి set అయిందని mean. Similarly, and we'll check the third condition. When I want to hold the same condition, hold చేయాలనుకుంటే ఏం చేయాలి? Again, if you apply the same condition, S equals to 1 and R equals to 1, the same data will be remains. S కి 1 R1 అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు సేమ్ డేటా వస్తుంది. నా ప్రీవియస్ కండిషన్ లో ఏముంది? 0 1 వచ్చింది అన్న డేటా. S1 R0 చేశాను, Q equals to 0 and Q bar equals to 1. If I want to hold the same data అంటే రీసెట్ కండిషన్ లోనే ఉంచాలనుకుంటున్నాను. I don't want to change the data. Therefore, I am going to apply again S equals to 1 and R equals to 1. Then, if you check this condition, what is the previous data on Q? Q is 0. This Q0 is applied to the second NAND gate bar. Therefore, the output of Q bar will be equals to 1. This one is given as feedback to the yes. Then the output will be equals to 0 1 condition. Okay, these are the conditions for flip flop. Next, last condition, when both the inputs are 0. If you apply the both the inputs of flip flop S equals to 0 and R equals to 0, both the conditions of S equals to 0 and R equals to 0. If you observe here, when NAND as the functionality of the NAND gate, if any one of the input is 0, the output of NAND gates tries to 1. But here both the NAND gates are applied as the input as 0. Therefore, both the NAND gates are trying to get the output as 1. If you observe the outputs Q and Q bar, both are trying to be equal. And రెండింటికి కూడా Q equals to 1 వస్తుంది, Q bar కూడా 1 రావడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది, which is called as invalid condition, which is and this condition is not allowed. This condition should not be allowed. Okay, this is called as invalid condition. జాగ్రత్తగా ఇక్కడ ఇన్వాలిడ్ కండిషన్ ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నాను? నాకు ఫస్ట్ NAND గేట్ కి 0 అప్లై చేశాను, సెకండ్ NAND గేట్ కూడా 0 అప్లై చేశాను, రెండు NAND గేట్స్ కి 0 అప్లై చేశాను. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది? ఫర్ NAND గేట్ ఇఫ్ వన్ ఇన్పుట్ ఈస్ 0, ద అవుట్పుట్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది? S కి 0 అప్లై చేశారు కాబట్టి Q1 అవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది, R కి 0 అప్లై చేశారు కాబట్టి Q bar కూడా 1 అవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది, which is not a valid condition, అంటే which is not allowed condition, or simply it is called as undetermined state అని చెప్పొచ్చు. అంటే this state should not be happened. Okay, this condition will not be allowed for any digital circuit. Okay, this is not a valid condition చెప్పాలి. Okay, we will conclude what are the four conditions. The four conditions ఎలా conclude చేసాం చూడండి. The first condition we have verified, when S equals to 0, R equals to 1, Q equals to 1, Q bar equals to 0. S కి 0 అప్లై చేశారు కాబట్టి the NAND gate will generate the output as 1. Therefore, the Q1 and Q bar as 0. To hold the same data, అంటే దాంట్లో డేటా నన్ను అదే ప్రిజర్వ్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు we have to apply both the inputs as 1. Okay, previous there is no hold అంటే no change నాన్న. And previous గా ఏ అవుట్పుట్స్ అయితే ఉంటాయి అదే అవుట్పుట్స్ ని ఉంచాలనుకున్న ప్రతిసారి కూడా we have to apply S equals to 1, R equals to 1. That is S bar equals to 1, R bar equals to 1. Next, we have applied S1 and R equals to 0. This is called as reset condition. In the reset condition, the output Q equals to 0 and output Q అనేది ఏమవుతుంది? It will be resets to 0. If you want to hold the same data again, then output reset lo unchalankunnappudu again I will apply both s equals to 1 and r equals to 1. The same data will be remains. This is called as no change condition or hold condition. And the condition that is not allowed is when both the inputs are 0, that is s bar and r bar equals to 0, which is in this the both q and q bar are trying to logic 1, which is not allowed condition for the SR flip-flop. Which is not allowed condition for SR flip-flop. Okay, this is the design for S and R not. SR flip-flop ఎలా design చేస్తామో చూసాం. Similarly, as we have said, the set and reset flip-flops or set and reset latches are designed using universal gates in Japan. NAND gates toti NOR gates to design చేయొచ్చు. Therefore, here we are representing the same functionality using NOR gates. Okay, NOR gates to represent చేస్తాం. That means you have to remember what is the definition for NOR gate. NOR gate definition is when the two inputs, that is if you take the two inputs of the NOR gates, that is if you consider the NOR gate, X and Y are the inputs and Z is your output. The combination is 0, 0, 0. If you apply 0, 0, NOR gate when if both the inputs are 0, the output will be equals to 1. 0, 1, this will be equals to 0. Next 1, 0, this will be equals to 0. Similarly, 1, 1, this will be equals to 0. The NOR gate, if any one input is 1, the output is 0. నాకు ఒక కండిషన్ లో ఎక్కడైనా 1 కనిపిస్తే అవుట్పుట్ 0 అని మీన్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద definition for the NOR gate. By using this definition, we are going to verify the functionality of your SR latch using NOR gates. NOR gates to check chestam. The first condition we will see when both the inputs are 0. When both the inputs are 0 condition. That is when S is 0 and R is 0, and we are saying this as hold condition. The hold condition చెప్పాలనుకుంటే every time కూడా మనం ఏం చేయాలంటే we will verify the either set condition or reset condition. Okay, before going to that, we are going to discuss this condition, 0 and 1 condition. This is called as reset condition. Okay, when S is 0, if I am applying here, S and 0 apply chestam. When S equals to 0 and R equals to 1, and S equals to 0 and R equals to 1, see NOR gates. NOR gate ki em cheppanu, if any one input is 1, the output will be 0. By seeing here, I am writing the numbers for the NOR gate. The NOR gate 1, and this is NOR gate 2. NOR gate 1 to 1 indication just. In the NOR gate 1, if the input is 1, therefore the output Q equals to, if any one input is 1, the output Q equals to 0. This will be 0. When Q is 0, this 0 is given as feedback to the second NAND gate. The second NAND gate, the second input is also 0. Since both the inputs are 0, the output of Q second NOR gate will be equals to 1. The output of the second NOR gate will be equals to 1. This is first condition. We have applied S0 and R equals to 1. By applying this condition, the NOR gate 1, the output is set to 0, and the NOR gate 2, the output is set to 1. Therefore, we are calling this condition as reset condition, since the Q equals to 0. Q 0 అయిపోయింది కాబట్టి నాకు Q 0 చేయాలన్న ఎవ్రీ టైం అంటే రీసెట్ చేయాలి అంటే S0 R equals to 1 అప్లై చేయాలి. When S equals to 0, R equals to 1, the flip-flop will resets to 0. అంటే resets to 0 అంటే ప్రీవియస్ గా 1 ఉన్నా సరే డేటా 0 అయిపోతుంది, ప్రీవియస్ గా 0 ఉన్నా కూడా 0 నే అవుతుంది. అంటే we are erasing the data. Reset అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? We are erasing the whatever the memory that is available in the flip-flop. అంటే ప్రీవియస్ గా ఉన్న డేటాని ఎలిమినేట్ చేస్తాం. This is elimination. The data ని ఎలిమినేట్ చేయడం అని చెప్తాం. Similarly, we will discuss one more condition. If you want to hold the same data, ఈ డేటాను హోల్డ్ చేయాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు we will apply the again 0 condition. Now I am applying the first condition to hold the same data. I am going to apply this condition. When S is 0 and R equals to 0, we are going to the hold condition. That is, I am going to apply the same data. That is, both the inputs are 0. When R equals to 0 and S equals to 0. Previous data put children. Previous data on the previously Q equals to 0, Q bar equals to 1. Now we are going to apply both the S equals to 0 and R equals to 0. This is called as hold condition, that is no change condition. Now observe this data. For NOR gate 1 input is 0. But the second input in the previous data the second input Q bar is applied here. The Q bar previous data on 1 is applied here. And similarly, the previous data of the NOR gate 2 is 0. See, by observing the NOR gate 1, since one input is 1, the output of Q equals to, there is no change, therefore the Q will be equals to 0. Similarly, this 0 is applied to the NOR gate 2, there is no change, therefore this will be the same data will be remains here. Okay, and నాకు first reset చేశాను, తర్వాత data change అవ్వకుండా మనం condition check చేశాను. Similarly, we are checking the remaining two conditions. Now I am going to verify S equals to 1 and R. I want to set the flip-flop. Therefore, I am going to apply S equals to 1. S ki 1 apply చేశాను, R ki 0 apply చేశాను. We will verify the condition. We will going to verify the condition when S equals to 1 and R equals to 0, and verify the with respect to the NOR gate 1 and NOR gate 2. NOR gate 2. Since for the NOR gate 2, one input is 1, the output of the second NOR gate Q bar is set to Q bar even this will be set to 0. Q bar another set to 0. Therefore, this 0 is applied as feedback to the NOR gate 1. Therefore, since both the inputs of second NOR gate 1 are 0, the output of Q equals to 1. Q will be equals to 1. This is the first condition. When S equals to, when the S equals to 1 and R equals to 0, we are going to check the set condition. Observe, the Q is set to 1. When S equals to 1 and R equals to 0, the flip-flop output Q is set to 1. And we will hold the same data. This data hold again I need to apply the first condition. What is the first condition, Nana? The first condition is both the inputs are 0. I have to apply both the inputs. These two inputs must be 0, such that the data will not be changed. The same data will be holded. See, we are going to apply the same data. I am going to apply the same data here. Both the S and R equals to 1. Therefore, previous S1 ichchanu. Now I am going to change S equals to 0. R already 0 ichchanu. Again I am going to change R equals to 0. We are going to apply the second input 0 0. If 0 0 apply chesam kabatti, and now identify 0 apply chesanu. 0 apply cheste ikkada మనం verify cheyalsindi enti, we have to verify the status of NOR gate 1 and NOR gate 2. Now in the previous data Q equals to 1 undi. If you observe the previous data, this Q equals to 1, this Q is applied, 1 is applied to the second NOR gate. Therefore, we are going to get 1 for the NOR gate 2 at this state. The 1 will be applied as the second input, for the NOR gate 2. By seeing this 1, the NOR gate 2, the output will be again sets to 0. The output is again sets to 0, and this 0 is given as input to the, this 0 is given as the input to the NOR gate 1 as the feedback. Therefore, both the inputs of NOR gate 1 are set to 0. Therefore, output will be remains in the previous state itself. It is set to 1. This will be set to 1. Okay, this is the operation for SR latch using NOR gates. And we have to verify what is the final condition. Final condition is both the inputs are 1, and there is the S equals to 1, R equals to 1. S ni 1 apply chestanu, R ni 1 apply chestanu. That meaning avutundani, since if any one input is 1 as the definition of NOR gate, since one input is 1, the both Q and R, Q bar are trying to get to logic 1. That is, this is trying to set to logic 1, and similarly Q bar is also trying to set to logic 1, which is not allowed, and we call this as unstable condition or invalid condition, which is disallowed condition. When both the S inputs and R inputs are equal to 1. This is for the condition దేనికి చెప్తున్నాను, for NOR gates. S or directly apply చేసి, S and R are applied directly. Whereas in the previous slide we have verified S bar and R bar for NAND gate. In this, S and R are the inputs for NOR gates. Okay, that is the difference. And difference మీరు ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, we will discuss again. మనం మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఇక్కడ వరకు ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ వరకు? నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ నుంచి నేను సైమల్టేనియస్గా అడుగుతాను అందరినీ. మీరు ఎందుకంటే ఫ్లిప్ ఫ్లాప్స్ లో మీరు కాన్షియస్ గా లేకపోతే మీకు ఏమీ అర్థం కాదు. నేను రోల్ నెంబర్ పిలుస్తాను, రోల్ నెంబర్ పిలిచిన వాళ్ళు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేద్దాం. యూ హ్యావ్ టు వెరిఫై అప్ టు దిస్ స్లైడ్. మీకు ఇది ఈ స్లైడ్స్ కూడా ఒకసారి గ్రూప్ లో షేర్ చేస్తాను. నేను స్టడీ చేయండి, నోట్స్ ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకున్నాను. ఓకే, యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రిపేర్ యువర్ నోట్స్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. ఈ మెటీరియల్ మొత్తం కూడా మీరు షేర్ చేస్తాను. మీకు పాయింట్స్, మన పాయింట్స్ ఎలా అయితే చూపించాను స్లైడ్స్ లో, మీరు ఆ పాయింట్స్ వైజ్ గా నోట్స్ రాసుకోవాలి. ఎనీ డౌట్స్ అన్న? ఎవరికైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా?